Hello, and welcome to your Sourdough Era. On this all-new Sam Explains the World with your host, Samantha Bremenkamp, we have special guest Ruth, who's going to tell us the truth about how easy it is to do sourdough from starter to finish. And soon you'll be smelling this in your own house. Okay, part 2.
We're back.
Guess who's back?
Did it.
What did we do?
Okay, so last time when we left our heroes, we were
I love this.
we activated our starter. We fed it and then we left it alone.
Fed it and forget it.
Yep, exactly right. And so right now it isn't quite doubled above the rubber band. Not quite there.
Okay.
But it's been a long time. It could just be like the starter could be just like
tired.
And that's okay.
It'll still work.
It'll absolutely still work. So I'm gonna still weigh everything. So we've got our bowl, and we need starter. We need 120 grams of starter.
Okay.
We need 310 grams of water.
Okay.
We need 500 grams of flour.
Okay.
And bread flour,
Oh, you
preferably.
already did it? Okay.
Yep, I measured out the water already.
Amazing.
I measured out. This is probably 500 grams of flour, but if it's not, we'll add a little bit more.
Okay.
This is bread flour. I made it again with the vital wheat gluten.
Okay.
And then we need salt. 16 grams of salt.
Kosher salt bowl?
Yep, that works.
Okay.
Perfect.
That's my go-to for breads. This one.
And it is really important not to forget the salt. Ask me how I know.
No, I don't believe you. Not Ruth.
That's no, I've done it multiple times
with Ruth. So what happens when that happens?
It doesn't hold its structure as a loaf. It just kind of goes like it flattens as a loaf.
Can you still eat it?
Oh yeah, it's still delicious.
Okay, it's just
it's just wrong.
Not as pretty. It's just wrong.
It's just not as pretty. It's not as pretty. It doesn't taste as good because salt makes everything taste better.
That's true.
This
I've
is
always
perfect.
said that.
We do need that.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to make sure we're measuring in grams.
Okay.
And then we pour.
Look how bubbly it is.
It's so bubbly.
Wait. Yeah.
Bubbles.
So
bubbles,
good.
bubbles everywhere.
So good.
I don't know.
When you pour it, can you pour it like towards the camera? Just
obviously.
Perfect. Yeah.
So we're gonna not used to this.
It's so good. It's so good.
We're watching the weight.
For the number she told us that I already forgot.
120.
That's what I knew.
We need
just 120
like my weight. Grams of mine too.
Why are we all laughing?
Okay, we have as predicted, we have a nice extra.
Awesome.
But it's really just a coating of the jar. There's not a lot.
That's interesting.
Right?
That's what we'll feed to continue.
We can feed that to continue.
That's
and you really don't even need this much.
Oh my goodness.
Don't even need this much to keep it going. So we got 120-ish.
Okay.
This is good. This is already perfect. So I don't actually have to measure this.
Awesome.
So
do you want a whisk or?
Actually, we're gonna use my dough whisk. I forgot I brought it.
Okay.
Yeah. You can just use a regular whisk. It's absolutely not an issue. You can use a spatula.
Whisk I'm willing to take.
But this is like a fancy dough whisk. It's meant for like doing shaggy doughs like this.
What? Ruth is the coolest person. All right.
So I did get this. Not necessary, but fun. So you just sort of
use your fancy wizarding wand.
Yeah. And again, some people are like, don't use a metal bowl, but like, use what you
There are a lot of really funny things that people swear by. And
well, and like people used to do this in like fire pits, like with nothing, like on rocks. So it's like we're not worried about it.
We're gonna be okay.
Okay, so we do need the salt. I like to add this now because it incorporates really nicely
with the salt of her heart, right? You just kind of eyeball it. Or what kind of gram are you going for?
So it has to be at least 16 grams of salt. I do try to get this.
Oh, okay.
Pretty accurate.
Science.
Yeah. So 16 grams of salt. P.S. This recipe is not mine. It came from Preppy Kitchen. Cool. That's where I learned how to make this. So it's an easy sourdough recipe.
Awesome.
And then let's see how much flour I made. Let's find out.
Pretty excited.
Okay. So it wasn't enough. So.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
There. It was 1 gram less. So, but here we go.
Not on my watch.
Okay, so we're gonna. Well, I can use that. Yeah. I can be a person.
I'm totally fine.
Can be a person. So this needs to be 500 grams
Okay.
of flour. It's a lot of flour.
Okay. Should be enough.
No, I might have to make more. That's okay though. We'll see. Certainly not in danger.
Yeah, I would just dump it and then, so close.
No, I'm
so
gonna need
close.
more. I was 50 grams off, you guys.
But really stinking close.
But also,
very
like,
close.
At 50 grams, we don't need to make bread flour. We'll just add the rest with all purpose. It's not
Okay,
gonna.
cool.
It's not gonna. It's not
Yeah.
gonna be an issue.
No.
So bloop.
Closer.
Closer and closer. Oh,
What? Come on.
3 grams away. 1 gram. We did it.
Crushed it. Perfection. Exactly 500. Perfect.
Okay. So now we take our dough whisk again.
Doughy, yo-y,
And
yo.
we're just gonna whisk. And we're gonna whisk and
Whiskey
whisk and whisk.
business.
And so at this point, it's gonna make a really shaggy dough.
Oh, cool.
It is not going to, it's not gonna look like dough that we want to make into bread.
Right.
And that is perfectly fine.
Well, that's
I'm
how
gonna
we
take it off the
start.
scale.
Yeah, that's how we start with focaccia bread.
Yep.
You make it shaggy, you leave it so it rises, blah, blah, blah.
Yep, exactly. So very similar process.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna leave this to rest for an hour.
Okay.
And then what we're going to do is we're going to start our stretching folds. After an hour, we have to start stretching the dough
Oh, interesting.
with water on our hands.
Okay.
So there's more water will be incorporated into it over time. That is an inexact amount of water.
Okay.
This is where like the intuitive part comes in,
Okay.
where like you just sort of go by feel.
Okay.
And what we're doing with our stretch and folds is we're building up the gluten in the bread.
Interesting.
And so so that it will
Fascinating.
have structure
Mhm.
when we bake it. And that's
Wow.
going to give it like its bubbly, beautiful structure. There's also another part that we'll do tomorrow.
Wow.
So this is a 2-day process.
And this is for the bread that you brought here, who, by the way,
Yes.
we've housed the rest of it. There are 3 adults in this house. So obviously there's, but this is what the inside looks like. Look how perfect it is. And Ruth did like the really fancy, beautiful artisanal artistry.
Yes. Thank you.
But doing it the way that she's describing makes those beautiful pockets. And
Yes.
Makes it delicious.
So the stretch and folds, right. So the stretch and folds, technically stretch and folds don't make the bubbles, but because the rising makes the
Right.
bubbles. But the stretch and folds, what they do is they make it strong.
Ooh.
So that when they make the dough strong, so that when it's rising, right, it doesn't just go like all over the place.
Okay.
Because this is a higher hydration dough. It has more water in it than other bread doughs.
So fascinating.
So this is what it looks like.
Awesome.
It is perfectly fine for it to look like this.
Okay.
We just need a cover for this bowl. And then we are gonna set a timer for an hour.
Okay.
All right.
And we're gonna just set it aside.
Yep.
What location would you recommend for people?
It does not have to be in any particular location. Temperature does not matter as much for this step.
Okay, interesting.
So, but overnight, we're going to want to put it in a nice warm spot for rising.
Okay. So we're going to say, Alexa, set the alarm for an hour.
1 hour alarm set for 7:53.
Well, now we know exactly what time this was. So whoever's stalking us, do I need to do it for these 2?
Yeah, we're good. We're covered.
I didn't think it. Okay.
Yeah, it's covered. So there we go. It's just
So catch us back here in an hour.
Yeah. So
This has not been warmed, so that's just why we're allowed to touch it.
Right, exactly
first
right.
and foremost.
So we will be baking our dough in this cast iron Dutch oven.
Yes.
This is the best tool for the job. If you have one of those like Le Creuset
Yeah.
enameled Dutch ovens,
Mhm.
that is not the one you want to use
Oh, it
for
can't
this
be enameled.
task.
Okay.
It shouldn't be. I have heard that it will work. Certainly it'll bake the bread.
It won't
That's
be
not the problem.
Okay.
But it could the high heat that we bake this bread on could damage the enamel
The enamel. Got
over
it.
time.
Yep.
So you want to get really, this is a lodge. You really want to get just a really basic, we could put it straight into a fire Dutch oven.
Okay.
It works wonderfully. You do need a lid.
Yep.
Okay. And so what we need to do in order to bake our loaf is we need to put this in the cold oven and preheat it to 500 degrees. Now, Sam's oven is special. You got to know your own oven.
As you've heard from every time I've cooked for you guys or baked.
So we're setting the oven to 525 degrees.
Gee, call me.
And then we're going to watch the internal thermometer to make sure that it gets up to temperature. So this is going to heat up. It's going to be 500 degrees when we put the bread loaf in there.
Wow.
But that takes a little bit of time. So you got to do it ahead of time while the dough is in the fridge.
And you need to be strong because this is
Quite heavy.
It is really, really heavy. The lid itself is very heavy. And then while this is going to be 500 degrees,
Right.
it's going to be even harder to manipulate. So just
get some muscle
understand.
if you need it.
Yeah, so Ruth doesn't need it, but like I might ask Kevin to help me with this. This is mine, because I'm a thing.
I lift children all the time. So.
All day. She lifts me as well. I'm a child. Okay.
Easy.
Okay.
So yeah.
Very cool.
Very cool. That's
We'll catch you later. Okay.
All right. Okay, so we're back.
Welcome back.
The oven has been preheating and is now at 500 degrees with the cast iron Dutch oven inside.
Yes.
With the lid also, very important. And this guy has been sitting in the fridge for an hour. He's covered.
Gorgeous.
Yes, he's very pretty. This dough is very pretty. And so it looks like this. It still has that wobble. It's flattened out quite a bit. We're going to put a little more rice flour on the top because when we flip this out, the top will become the bottom.
Oh, I wondered, did you? Okay, that totally makes sense because it goes with the shape of the bowl.
So we want this to be nice and now I normally would have left it in the fridge for longer, but we want to get this baked. Yeah. So it is perfectly fine.
I'm interested to try to see what it would taste like.
Yes.
Not as long how sourdough will taste like. So that'll be interesting.
Yep. And so what I'm going to do, you can do this next step with parchment paper.
Okay.
Hi, Gordy. And which is perfectly fine. You do not need this doohickey, but this is a silicone bread sling.
Wow.
And it is made for doing this with sourdough.
Oh, that's so interesting.
And so what this does is I will flip the dough ball out onto this round part. And then these are the handles with which I can lower it into the pot and also remove it from the pot. Oh. So it's very useful. And it also came in this whole little kit. So that is what I'm going to do next after having floured it.
How cool.
We're just going to
put
this on top. Yep. They did come together.
Okay.
And then I'm just going to go.
Woo.
It is a little bit off, but that's okay. We can just scoot it. Yeah. We scoot it back on the silicone.
Scoot, boot.
Scooty, scoot, scoot.
Perfect.
And now what we're going to do.
Oh my God, so cute.
Wipe it off. It's a little, no. It's just a little ball.
Okay.
And what we're going to do is we're going to take a razor that we have cleaned. It looks like a box cutter, but it is clean.
No. Yeah.
Food safe.
Yeah, it is not just like out of the garage. Like, here, I wipe it on my leg. No, it's been alcohol cleaned. Yeah.
No, we're good. And what we're going to do is score the bread. Okay. If we do not do this, the bread will just pop in the oven and it won't have that kind of tidy look.
Yeah, with the artisanal, beautiful. Yeah. Okay.
So we're going to score this to break the surface tension in a really specific way.
Okay.
You can do this in a lot of different ways. I'm going to scoot over. Well, I'll just scoot this over a little bit. Excuse me. We don't need this anymore. This job is done. And I'm going to, I like to experiment. I'm going to put this, I'm going to score it right down the middle. You don't have to be scared. It's perfectly fine. You can do this with a sharp knife. You don't have to use a razor, but whatever you use does have to be pretty sharp. Or else it really won't get through the skin of the bread. So there we go.
Cool.
You can leave it that way. You don't have to do any more than this. But if you want to.
Yes, you do such a great job making it look so pretty.
You can do these little slashes in the bread. And it just sort of makes like a leaf effect.
Yeah, it's so pretty.
And it's really, you really just sort of, I just wing it. I don't know what I'm doing.
But she does, and it's gorgeous. Whenever Ruth comes to visit us, she shows up with this beautiful, perfect loaf that's still warm. And it looks gorgeous.
Well, you feed me all the rest of the food.
I know, but come on, this is so cool.
Some people do hearts. Some people do. There's lots of different, sometimes I go the other way. I turn it around.
Yes.
And this makes it really easy to move it around. Oh yeah, sound effects. I kind of forgot it was being filmed.
The sound effects are what really brings the taste out.
Yeah.
So I had
if you don't make the sound effects, the bread doesn't know it's supposed to be delicious. So
also you should always do stuff with whimsy and be silly sometimes. It's very important.
Serious bread isn't prepared.
And it's boring.
Where am
I can't see
I got it. So
Gorgeous.
yeah, so this is the knife. We're done.
Yep.
I'm just gonna
just leave it.
I don't want to. I want to clean it off from the flour. I want to.
Yep.
So what we're gonna do? This kind of is. This is like the hot part. So we gotta kind of do this quickly. What we're gonna do? Dog's playing with a pig toy.
So you know that I'm not like shooting for my feet. It is the dog with the pigs. Okay. I'm going to grab the camera to follow you in.
Yes. So what I'm gonna do
pig coming through this into the
is in one swift motion, more or less.
Yep.
I'm gonna open the oven.
Yep.
Get the pot out. Take the lid off.
Okay.
Put the bread in, lid on, pop back in the oven.
Smart.
That's all it is. So I got my pot holders.
Yes, I'm gonna come this way.
Move this cutting board so
Yep.
I have a little more room.
Yep.
Scorch the cutting board.
Appreciate
Cutting
it.
board is not a trivet.
Mm-hmm.
Cutting board is not a trivet. Okay, so dog, stay away.
Yep. I have her with the pig.
We're opening the oven.
So pretty and blue inside. I just wish it was an electric.
Lift with your leg.
So strong. Then lid. Okay.
Close it.
Yep.
So I can move.
Makes more sense.
Off the lid.
Yep.
It is 500 degrees. It's so hot. I'm not going to use
That's smart.
this for. I'm
Okay.
going to drop the bread.
Yep.
We're coming over here.
Okay.
Right in the pot. Can flip
Oh,
those
that
over.
goes in. That can go in.
That goes in the
So,
oven.
how
You just
perfect
leave
is
it there. You don't have to take it off.
Awesome.
Lid back on.
Okay.
And we're going back in the oven.
Okay.
Now we're going to bake on 500 degrees
Okay. You're so strong.
for 20 minutes.
Okay.
Then we're going to take the lid off and lower the oven temperature to 450 degrees, bake for 15 more minutes.
Okay.
The internal temperature should
Mhm.
be over 200.
Yep.
And then we're done.
That's awesome.
So there we go.
Welcome back.
We're back. It's the next day.
It's the next day. So show us what's happening here.
Okay, so
How beautiful this is.
yeah, so we left our dough last night after having done 4 stretch and folds.
Yep.
After the initial rest, and we let it rise overnight, and then it wasn't really risen enough in the morning, so we put it outside,
Just like me.
and yeah, in the warm. And it does double in size technically, but I like to go by the wobble.
Yeah.
And so when it's wobbling enough, when it's not like when it's able to wobble after I stop moving it, that's when
Then you know it's good.
that's when I know it's where it needs to be. So for this next step, what we're going to do is we're going to shape the dough.
Okay.
There are many ways to do it.
Okay.
Everybody finds a way that is comfortable for them, but helpful tools to have is rice flour. We're switching. Oh no, yes.
Yep.
White rice flour.
Okay.
It just burns less in the oven.
Awesome. Really good
And
to know.
it's easier to wipe off the dough so
Okay.
you don't get like big patches of flour.
Yes.
So I use the white rice flour, and you don't need a ton, but
Okay.
it's just for this part. It doesn't really get incorporated into the dough. It's helpful to have a bench scraper,
Awesome.
so that because it is going to be really sticky,
Okay.
and you do have to handle it.
Okay.
Sometimes I use it, sometimes I don't. We'll see what happens today. A little bit of water for your fingies to unstick the dough from the side, but then when we pour it out, it's really going to pull itself out of the bowl.
Okay.
So we're going to let it, because what we want is we want to retain a lot of the bubbles and many bubbles as possible.
So do not pop the bubbles as
Right.
much as you may want to.
Exactly. And we're going to handle this really gently. So first thing I like to do is get the Banneton ready. That's the last thing. It's called a Banneton.
You learned so much for the truth of Ruth.
You don't need one. You can just use a bowl if you're hot. You can be just as round bottom as possible, because whatever shape of thing we put it in after we shape it is going to be the shape of the finished loaf, pretty much.
Okay.
So you don't want something with like square bottom. We want it to be round. But this came in a kit, and it has this a little cloth shower cap doohickey to line it, which is very nice. But before I had this, I would just use a glass bowl with a smooth tea towel in it. So just a kitchen towel that works too.
Okay, so there needs to be fabric.
It does need to be lined with something, because again, it's very sticky dough.
Interesting.
And on top of being lined, we need it to be floured. So we're gonna
so you don't
sprinkle
want it sticking to the fabric. That would be you'd cry.
Well, and what would really happen, besides crying, which we would do, is the dough would stick to the fabric and pull the surface tension out of the dough. It would rip the dough.
Okay.
And then we wouldn't have as many bubbles. And so we don't want that. We want a lot of surface tension on our dough.
And so it looks like it's snowy.
I'm
It's so pretty.
Generously flouring the fabric.
Yeah.
So
it's gonna show.
yes.
You need it to be completely
It's
coated.
very generous. Like we want to, but it honestly, this like rice flour lasts a long time.
Okay.
Right now, also we are going to flour the counter because we're just going to do it right on the counter.
And that's like obviously you need to have a good counter for that.
Yes, we've cleaned. I've wiped this
it,
off.
Yeah,
It's
please do
clean.
that obviously before.
Yes.
And if you have like cats and stuff, like maybe don't.
Yeah.
I don't know. They're my business, but
We don't do cats.
No.
We love other people's cats.
yes, cats are really cool.
Yeah.
I
love it.
baking.
So I floured the surface. I floured the banneton. And now I'm going to just wet my fingers a little bit
Okay.
and help the dough release from the side of the bowl.
Release.
I'm trying to show it, but I'm not skilled at cameraing right now. But I'm just letting it like come off a little bit.
Like to let go, and she's wetting the sticky part on the edges so it doesn't stick to the bowl.
Exactly.
She's
Or
like
my hands.
releasing it, right? Exactly.
Yeah, or my hands. So once
so many bubbles.
you're gonna see all the bubbles. And so now I'm just gonna pour it, and I'm gonna help it a little, but I'm really gonna let it pull itself out of the bowl. Try to make sure the camera can see.
Yeah, it's very good. I know it's like counterintuitive because you're doing it away from yourself, so it's hard for you to see, but I appreciate it. As does our audience.
I'm working.
Viewers like you.
Yeah. Okay. So once it's out,
How pretty that is.
does need a little help. That's okay.
It's so pretty.
So now we get to shape it.
Awesome.
And again, we want to be so gentle with it.
Okay.
See this huge bubble? See that?
Mhm.
Enormous bubble. So now I'm just going to like some people like to use a bowl scraper. I'm not as good with the bowl scrapers. I'm better with my fingers, but the rice flour is going to make it a lot easier to deal with. So I like to get it a little rectangular. I'm pulling out the sides.
Okay.
And then we're going to do book, fold, and roll. So we're going to fold it in like a book.
Oh my god, that's so cool.
And then we're going to...
She's a librarian, by the way. I mean, she was like way more than that.
It's true.
Librarians are the best.
I'm still a librarian always at heart.
Always.
And then, so I folded it over itself like a letter, right? Book fold, like a book, sort of. And then we're going to roll it up.
How fun. Look how floofy it is.
And then what we're going to do is we're going to kind of use our pinkies to kind of roll it onto itself. And this creates the surface tension and allows the bubbles, but without popping any bubbles.
Right.
We want to build surface tension in this loaf. And I really don't have much,
Shigley loaf.
I really don't have a lot of flour left here. It's really just kind of doing what I needed to do with gentle hands.
Wow.
So once and you can see, I don't know if the camera can see it, but you can really see all the bubbles. Yeah. And then you just kind of flip it into the banneton. Then the other thing I do is pinch. We pinch the sides into the middle, pinch them. This builds more surface tension on the outside of the dough. And we just want as much as possible because that is going to give us those blisters that are characteristic of the sourdough bread. And it's also going to help it be nice and round when we bake it in the
Very cool.
So what we're going to do now is we're going to add a little bit more rice flour to get the top, and we're going to cover it with, I'm just going to reuse the plastic wrap from the bowl.
Yep, perfect. And nice.
And so we're just going to go, I'm not going to put my gooey fingers in there.
Which is fine.
I could wash my fingers, but I'm not going to. Just put a little bit more on top, spread it around, just to protect the stickiness from whatever we put on there. And this is going to go in the fridge. This is the cold fermentation part.
Oh, interesting.
You can leave it in the fridge for up to 36 hours. Okay.
Wow, that's kind of awesome.
You can.
Yeah.
But it needs to be in there for at least an hour.
Okay.
So we're just going to do it for an hour. The more you do it, the more sour flavor will build up.
Interesting.
So it's
interesting. I love science.
So this is the cold fermentation process. So cool. It continues to it's been fermented from the beginning because we use the fermented starter, right? But this is the process of fermenting this dough. Right? And so this will be now Cold in the fridge, it goes very slowly, but an hour it will still taste great.
That's
So,
awesome. That's what we're doing.
Yeah.
I love that you can do it for up to 36 hours though, because that's great to do it if you're super busy.
Very flexible.
And just to have this ready
Mhm.
in case you want to do it too.
Yep.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It's great. So yeah, and it takes a few days. It's a little bit of a commitment. You kind of need to know, like, okay, I'm gonna be home, but it's not a lot of time touching the bread.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's a lot of waiting time.
Which is fine.
And like kind of just keeping track in your brain of like, okay, wait, I have bread going at this stage.
Yeah.
But I think someone timed it once and they spent a total of like 20 minutes actually touching the bread, actively working with it.
Yeah.
And then it's just a lot of time like waiting for it to do its thing. So
Very cool.
yeah, so we're gonna put this in the fridge and we'll come back in about an hour to do the baking.
We'll see you in a couple seconds.
That's it.
Woo!
Yeah.
So Ruth just took the lid off, if you know what I mean, and we're gonna leave it in for how long again?
It's gonna get 15 more minutes at a lower temperature.
Okay, perfect.
So we're gonna lower the temperature to 450.
Perfect.
No Cordy.
Which is where it's at now because the door's been open.
Right.
Lowered anyway. Perfect.
Yeah, we're lower the temp.
Gorgeous.
Okay. Ready?
Yes.
Oh my god, it looks amazing.
Oh my god, it's so pretty.
It's so
Why are you so good at everything?
This is going to be done. There's no question in my mind, but we'll take the temperature anyway.
Okay, awesome.
Thanks for a good video.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hello, Kevin. Kevin's part of the video.
Come on.
What are we hoping for?
It's taking its time. It's got to be over 200 on the inside, which I think it's
going to. It's just like,
It's just
are you
taking its
recording?
time.
So I'm going to go really slow.
It's going to take its time. Oh, yeah. It's going to.
Oh, yeah. You are.
So it'll keep right. Yeah, there we go. We're good. So that is perfect. And that's the bread.
Yeah.
We're going to take this out and put it on a cooling rack.
Yes, which I have down here.
And then it will start cooling down. We can't cut this until it's cool.
Mm-hmm.
We're not supposed to cut it until it's cool, is the thing. But where's the cooling rack? Bernadette?
Okay, 1 second.
Hi.
Hi, are you helping us cook?
And then the great part about this is that just
The thing is so cool. Kevin, we have to get these things.
Oh, sorry, I made a mess.
Well,
There.
I'm not. This is it. Never again.
Look at that.
Look at that beauty.
And listen.
Oh my god, it sounds so good. It sounds so good.
It's so good.
That's amazing.
You guys. That's with your house. That's your house. That's your oven.
Okay, that you made and did all the work for, but sure, yes.
Yeah, but
our house did this.
But it's the yeast.
That's awesome.
Everybody's sourdough tastes different because there's different yeast in there.
Oh.
So that's this is the way it looks and tastes.
Well, it's so pretty.
With your yeast.
That's awesome. Amazing.
Yeah.
I hope that you are brave enough to try this yourself. It's really easy, as you saw. Ruth made it so simple. And now we're going to cut it. So you're going to go against the grain. It makes it easier. Cut it right in half. Oh my god, it's so crusty. It's so good. Probably should have done it on a cutting board and not just on the drying rack it's been on. Learn for me what not to do, right? Yeah. Okay. Gorgeous. Perfect. So good. With a little butter, some jam, maybe make a sandwich. All this can be yours. So thank you so much for joining on this all new episode, two-parter of Sam Explains the World. I'm your host, Samantha Bremenkamp, and I look forward to bringing you along on my next journey.